Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be looking at a new series that I'll be doing. I'm going to call it Team of the Week. And what I'll do is I'll take you through a team that I've been playing or something that I just really like. And then I'll explain the team and give a final verdict of the team at the end of the video. When I first started playing the game, I know the most daunting aspect for me was what team should I be building, who works on what team, how do leader skills work, and links, how do links work as well. So I was using YouTube a lot of the time, looking up teams, and then you slowly learn this over time, but it does help having somewhere you can go to sort of look at a team. So that's what this series is going to be about, showcasing different teams that you can use, how to run them, some subs for them as well if you don't have all those units. And yeah, so let's get into the first one this week. Gone with a bit of a safer one, you maybe want to say, but Earth Protecting Heroes is our team for this week. I thought in the spirit of 10th Annie, I can't not show this team that I've been using to pretty much just blitz through any content I want to. Sure, can get caught out here and there are a couple of dodge units in there, but really that can just make it a lot more fun, and this team has so much potential to do so much damage and pretty much just kill everything in the game. So yeah, I've got timestamps for everything in the video, so if you want to just see the team, see how the team's performing, or see a final verdict at the end, go for it, jump around, that's fine, don't have to sit here for the entire thing. So yeah, let's get into Earth Protecting Heroes and why I've selected the units I have. So I'm not going to pretend like there's some rocket science behind Earth Protecting Heroes team building. These are a lot of new units, a lot of very hard hitting units, and it's pretty obvious to put them on this team. Tech Goku's leader skill is massive. Earth Protecting Heroes is a very big category, so there's going to be a lot of options, as well as you've got Fused Fighters and Pure Saiyans on there. So those categories are all going to be getting 200% HP and 170% attack and defense. But all these units you see here are also on either Earthbred Fighters or Potara category. So that's going to give them an additional 50% boost for a 220% lead, which is going to breathe just some more oomph into UI Goku and Beast especially. Now, one of my favorite things about this team is the fact that there are just so many transformations, there's utility, the exchange cards are providing other slot ones, so you don't really have very set rotations. Just in the beginning, we'll be following some set rotations, which I'll throw up on the screen now, but then as the cards can exchange, you can now start swapping in, say, take Vegeta as a slot 1 unit instead, or AGL Goku when you swap him with Vegeta. He's going to be able to slot 1 tank as well with 80% dodge and his guard. So it's really nice. You can as the fight goes on, your team is basically evolving and transforming, and so it's a lot of fun to see, and it's got some really big numbers in it as well. So those are your first rotations and your second rotation, and that's going to be for about 4 turns until you can exchange into, say, Vegeta for Tech Goku or Goku for AGL Vegeta. Those units are then going to provide additional slot ones if you want to exchange into them, and then obviously get to Vegeta and Gogeta active skills when we want them. So ideally around turn 4 you're going to want to start rotating in AGL Gogeta in with Tech Goku, so that the next turns you'll have them ready to both transform at the same time. Then you've got Vegeta and Gogeta linked together for a hilarious turn of just death. Now your floaters, I don't want to shortchange any of them as well. We've got Tech Gogeta, who has a fantastic transformation and massive damage, so he's going to be doing 80% damage reduction as a turn 1 if you need him to. You've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku there, he's also going to have 80% dodge in slot 1, and he can transform as well after turn 4 or dropping below 70% health, which is going to be great for if you just need to go into giant mode, deal a bunch of damage. And he's got a neat little trick as well, where if you're about to kill a boss and you do have his active available, if you swipe up and do his active, he can kill that boss and then stay in that turn for the next boss. So if you have a huge amount of damage coming up, maybe you've got to Vegeta and Gogeta, but the boss you're looking at only has a little bit of health left, if you have Super Saiyan 3 Goku's active available, you can use it, kill the first boss, and then your very next turn will be the same rotation but on the new boss. And that can just be great. That you'll see in the run here that actually happens to me, and it's fantastic because I have all the actives ready. I have Vegeta and Gogeta linked together, ready to do a huge amount of damage. So that's a nice little just extra utility from Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So for your substitutions, I've given you a couple of options here. Tech Gotenks could honestly replace almost anyone in the floaters section, preferably not Gogeta if you have Gogeta, because he links up so nicely with Vegeta later on. But yeah, you could definitely replace any of those floaters with Gotenks. Fantastic unit, high damage, good tank. STR Gohan is also a great choice for this team. Again, he's going to be benefiting from that 220% leader skill, so he's going to be doing a bit of extra damage as well. He's just a great unit. Standby skill is so cool and awesome, and just adds even more utility and more transformations and things to this team. Next we've got UI Goku, Tech UI Goku that is. He would make for a fantastic rotation with UI Goku if you just want to go all dodge and just damage, and then his domain as well, provide dodge to the entire rotation and team. And lastly, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's just a fantastic unit. I think he's a lot of fun, does a lot of damage, be a fantastic float in this team, and yeah. So those are just 4 options I've given you. Obviously this category is massive, so put in anyone you want and just make this team great, yeah. So what I'm going to do next now is I'll take them into a difficult fight. You can see how they perform in Redzone. If you're not really interested in seeing that and you just like kind of final thoughts and final verdict from me, you can skip to the end part where I'm going to explain how I rank the teams and just my own personal system that I use. But otherwise, yeah, let's get into a difficult fight with this team. Okay, so let's get our rotation set up here. UI Goku obviously has guaranteed dodge for the first turn, so he's going to slot 1 very easily. You want to keep this Tech Goku in slot 2 as much as you can. Slot 3 is fine as well, but he is not going to be slot 1 tanking against harder red zone enemies. He will just die. So yeah, slot 2, great for him. He's going to have massive damage reduction in there, do a huge amount of damage as well, and yeah, that's where he's going to be. So some of these fights are going to be a little bit longer, so what I'll probably do is pop in and out with just information that you maybe need to know about the team, some very important parts, so like transformations and that you obviously want to see. Might shorten or speed up some sections just as I figure out how we're going to do this. So yeah. So we don't hit our ideal rotation for rotation 2 right away, but luckily we did get Beast Gohan here, so he's going to easily slot 1 tank this. I'm going to put Goku in as a float, as he should be, Super Saiyan 3 Goku that is, and then yeah, Tech Gogeta here should be fine as well. Should have no problems with this rotation at all. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. Beast is going to be Beast. He's not taking damage from this. So it's Tech Gogeta's first turn as well, so he's going to have 60% damage reduction up, so that should be absolutely fine after supering as well as Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to have his 70% greater chance to dodge, which is 70%, as well as guarding all attacks for the first 4 turns, so he should be absolutely fine there as well after supering where he is. So you see me take a little bit of a risk here. I'm gonna put AGL Vegeta in slot 1. A lot of people say, oh, why? He is a slot 1 character. Guard and 300% defense are not really that great for a slot 1 character. He is gonna take a lot of damage if there's a super, but still, I want Gogeta and oh, there we go. There's a super. So I want Gogeta and how are we gonna get hit for here? We're gonna get 310,000. So it's not gonna kill us. So still, he does well. But that is just Whis. It's the beginning of the fight, and there's a bit more of a ramp up with Whis. Not going to be hitting incredibly hard right off the bat, so it was okay to do that. And why I did that was I really want Vegeta and Gogeta to come back in at turn 5, I think it is. They should both be able to transform, so I'm prepping for that. Ooh, and here we see another super. So you see, he shouldn't take, at this point, he shouldn't take any damage. Yeah, no damage after super, so that's fine. But yeah, I want them to come back in turn 5, and then I'll have Vegeta and Gogeta transformed. So yeah, I've moved on from our original rotations, and we are adapting to sort of do a bunch of damage. Now, that might not have been possible if it was a very hard-hitting boss, better to probably keep AGL UI Goku in there so that he can dodge more likely. But yeah, you're just going to have to figure it out as you go. And yeah, honestly, I wanted to have more fun with seeing both fusions pop up and just wreck everything later on.
Could it be Vegeta?
Okay, so this is where it starts to get interesting. We can exchange into Vegeta. We can now run him, Vegeta, as a slot 1. And yeah, let's see what the rotation is going to look like after this. I do have all my animations set to on so you guys can see everything. Or let me just quickly check in the settings here. But yeah, I want you guys to be able to see everything. This is going to take a lot. If you have all the animations on, it's going to be like watching a movie because there's so much. There's just so many animations to get through. So yeah, here we go. We can exchange into Vegeta, which is great, and let's transform into Gogeta.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna stop you. Some things are more important than victory. These just aren't right for us.
Well said, Kakarot. Spoken like a true Saiyan.
Oh, two awesome animations to watch there. I especially love how proud Vegeta looks of Goku there when he crashes the Potara. Yeah, so I'm just confirming here that I was right about Tech Gogeta. He usually has 80% damage reduction, but that is before super attacking. After super attacking, he's going to have 40%. So, yeah, that's just for those slot 1 moments. But he's not going to be a slot 1 here. He's going to be our slot 2. I know there's a super coming as well. But, if I remember correctly, Whis does unarmed super attacks. Well, from we saw the animation earlier. And we are going to be nullifying those. So, yeah, great place for Tech Gogeta here. This was so sick. Yeah, doesn't matter. We hit him with our Ultra Super, so that's going to mean we have a guaranteed nullification against unarmed super attacks. So that is perfect.
Mind your own business, Kakarot.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm getting excited. This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it with you!
Kakarot!
Okay, and here we go, the God rotation. Got Gogeta, got Vegeta, let's do these.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta!
Give it to me now! This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep, thanks, Vegeta. This is Super Vegito! gonna take you down.
Coolest animations ever. Okay, so we're not going to use their actives, we're going to go straight into Big Monkey. Yeah, slightly like watching a movie. Okay, so the reason I went into Monkey there and didn't use any of the actives is because look how much health Wheeze has here. We're going to kill him with Monkey, and then we're going to transform into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but we're going to stay in the same turn. So we'll still have Vegeta and Gogeta with their actives ready to go. It's not going to change the rotation, and that we're going to then be able to go into the Frieza fight with both of those, rather than waste those actives on just the one. Okay, so probably the highest damage, if one of the highest, if not the highest damage rotation in the game right now. Frieza doesn't know it, but he is already dead.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell! Witness the power of the Patara! I won't hold back! Take this!
Just a quick note here, make sure to use Gogeta's active first before Vegeta, because Gogeta is going to boost all his allies' attack, and you really want that on the active and then on all his counters as well. So yeah, this is just death. I think this is a rainbow Vegeta as well, or at least 3 dupes, so yeah, no, the damage is going to be excessive. Okay, and then a 45 million attack stat from our boy Goku to actually finish this out. Easy one turn. Okay, so just some final thoughts from myself, and I'm going to give you guys a final verdict for this team. This is entirely a personal thing for me. This is not some certified system or anything at all. I just like ranking teams based off of this, and yeah, you can disagree. That's absolutely okay. Yeah, I'm going to give this team a solid 9.5 out of 10. This is easily almost the best, if not the best. Maybe there could be a couple of changes, and obviously I'm not playing with rainbows or anything like that. I've very, very luckily got one dupe in Gogeta and one dupe in Vegito, so I'm very lucky with that. So I would give this overall 9.5, and for that we'll go through each category quick. Offensively, this team is just doing the most damage in the game. Vegito is hilarious for these fights, just with the counters, with his active, all of that. Gogeta as well, massive amount of damage. So this is easily a 10 out of 10 team for offensive. They're going to be doing a huge amount of damage. Might not be right off the bat, huge amount of damage, but it is very respectable, big damage in the beginning, and when you transform, it's just over. Defensively, the only reason I'm going to fault this is because and it's the only point where I've deducted a point really, otherwise you can see it's 10 out of 10 for everything else. I've given it 9 out of 10 because there are some scenarios, specifically with how I've built this team, where you're going to rely on dodge, and you saw that AGL Vegeta as well, he took a 310,000 super from Whis. Now if this was a more difficult fight that ramped up, that was immediately difficult, that would have killed him, we would have been dead there. So I can't give it a 10 out of 10 defensively, because there are 10 out of 10 for me would be slap this on, it's baby mode, there's no chance you're going to die. But 9 out of 10 definitely, there's very high chance to dodge on the dodge characters. I wouldn't quite call them dodge or die as well. UI Goku is not like that. He does have a revive mechanic as well, which is awesome, but we'll talk about that in the next section. So yeah, defensively, I think the team is great. It's got a lot of slot 1 options on there. You've got Beast, you've got UI, and then from turn 3 you can start transforming your AGL Vegeta and your Tech Goku. Okay, so next let's look at utility, and I've combined kind of support and utility into one thing. Maybe I'll call it support next time on that, but yeah, this team is ridiculous amount of utility support. I mean, I'm going to go through a couple of them now, but AGL Vegeta has a 40% defensive support for fusion successors, plus 1 key, and that changes to attack when you swap to AGL Goku. So 40% defense for Vegeta, 40% attack for when you have AGL Goku. Tech Goku is also 40% defensive support, but for Earth Protecting Heroes or Potara, and he gives 1 key as well, and again that changes to 40% attack when you swap him out for Tech Vegeta. AGL Goku, he has a 1 turn delay plus a 3 turn guaranteed dodge if you use his active. Obviously you can't go into Gogeta if you use that active as AGL Goku, but he does have a turn delay, which is basically a free Ghost Usher, and then 3 turns of guaranteed dodge, which is crazy. Tech Vegeta, so he's got key plus 3, attack and defense boost, as well as guaranteed guard in any slot when you use his active. So I mean, again, you can't go into Vegito with him, but if you're running two Tech Gokus, like should be on this team, you could maybe do one of them as Tech Vegeta as a slot 1 and use his active, and then the other one can transform into Vegito if you're only going to use one. Next we have Tech Gogeta. I mean, you saw him, he nullifies unarmed supers, he heals on his transformation, so I mean that's fantastic utility. And then Super Saiyan 3 has so much utility. I mean, he can do that trick that I mentioned about skipping turns, he takes no damage in Giant Ape form at all, and he also provides defense as well as damage reduction to your team, which is the first for a unit, as well as recovering 44% HP on his entrance turn. And then UI Goku is just the dodge king, and he's got a whole revive mechanic. Did I mention this team has a revive mechanic as well? So yeah, I mean, it's just the utility is silly. It's just so stacked. This is such a fun team to play with, and that leads me into the next point. This section is all just totally subjective, or the whole list is subjective, but especially this part. I have so much fun playing with this team. Even when I die, it's like, oh, I didn't dodge, I died, they're okay. Going again immediately with the same team because I just got unlucky. This team is so much fun. There's so much you can do. It's not just click the orbs and let the team go. It is, okay, I need to transform here, I need to swap this unit here, I need to change my rotations there. Okay, maybe I shouldn't transform just yet. Maybe I should let Super Saiyan 3 kill the boss and then see. So there's so much fun to be had with this team. And then obviously big number is good, so damage is there, and it is so much fun seeing Vegeta and Gogeta just go off rip and just obliterate everything in this game. So yeah, fun, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me especially. So yeah, overall I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. I would go 10, but just that defensive part for me is just slightly reducing point. But yeah, 9.5 easily could be a 10. Fantastic team. And if you have managed to watch this entire video to the end, thank you so much. Love a like. I hate begging for likes and subs, but love a like and a sub. Have a great day, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.